What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Promise Be May, and as usual, we have yet another special guest in the building. We have Miss Metoya from the Vh1 Sorority Sisters. How are you doing today, Miss Metoya?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How's your new year so far?
It's going good. It's going good. Taking it day by day.
I know, right? That's the only way you can do it. That's good. That's good. So, well, here on this show, what we like to do is what we call icebreaker questions, just to warm each other up to each other. And so I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into it. And the first question is, if you were to pick between 2 Chainz or Lil Wayne to be in a relationship with, which one would it be?
Okay. Do I get to ask you these questions too? Does that mean you get to answer them? No.
Oh, I mean, you can. Hey, we could put a little twist to
it. Yeah, we're going to put a little twist. We're going to change it up. Cause I want to know what you would think too.
Okay.
I guess I would have to pick 2 Chainz, only because I like 2 Chainz, and then he's tall, and I'm tall, and I got to be able to wear my heels, and
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. So what?
They both have nice swag. So which one you would pick?
So I will pick 2 Chainz as well because I feel like 2 Chainz is more mature and laid back, and I love that. So, Lil Wayne, he is kind of, still has, to me, a little boy mentality. He's from woman to woman and, conceiving children with everyone. And 2 Chainz is a little bit more laid back. So, yeah, I would choose 2 Chainz. That's a good one. I like how you flipped it back on me like that. It's okay, but I like that.
Yeah, because it's an icebreaker. We're warming up to each other, like you said. So I want to know what you think.
Exactly. Okay, so question number 2 is, how important is sex in a relationship to you?
Oh, wow. Very important. It's very important to have a healthy sexual relationship because, I don't know. I think it would be pretty boring if you, if you didn't have those elements of surprise, those moments where you really just get to share intimacy with the person that you love and care for. So I think it's really, really important.
Yes.
And they always have that saying, what you want to do, somebody else will.
Exactly.
So, everybody wants to be satisfied, so to speak. What about you?
Okay. How important is sex? Let's see. I believe sex is, I'm gonna say sex is very important, because I like to be pleased, and if I can't be pleased, then it kind of, I don't know, it's weird because I've had a relationship with this guy. The relationship didn't last very long because the sex was whack, and I confronted him about it, and I told him, I said, hey, step your game up, basically. And he was offended. He was offended by it. But my thing was, if I may like you that much, if I'm giving you the opportunity to step it up and not just leave your ass, then that means I like you. But he was offended. He didn't step it up, and I had to step out.
I'm so confused. The funny thing is that men can't take that. I feel like a lot of men can't take that. It's like a shot to their ego. Like, what? You trying to say I ain't doing what I need to do? I'm not satisfying you. But
exactly.
I commend you for being honest, though. He can't do nothing but respect you at the end of the day, even if you did hurt his little feelings.
Right. And that's how I felt. I'm like, hold on, how are you offended? He's like, well, the thing was maybe the way I did it, because I did do it through a text because I was embarrassed for him. I was embarrassed for him, and I didn't know how to do it in person, and I didn't know how to do it over the phone. And he's like, oh, you should have said this in front of me. You didn't say it when you were just here. And I'm like, well, shoot, I'm looking out for your feelings. I'm trying to let you down as unharsh as possible,
Right,
So,
right.
but I gave him the opportunity, and he didn't take it. So, oh well.
Oh well. Moving right along.
Exactly. So, let's see, Metoya, you're very beautiful. So, how you're welcome. Are you single?
Girl, yeah, I'm single.
Okay, okay. Well,
I am single. I am.
that's good. That's good. I mean, as I'm single as well. I think the single life is good to a certain extent and start to get boring and a little lonely. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it can be.
It does. It does.
You try not to go back through your contact list and be scrolling through life.
Girl, please don't let me go there. I didn't have to force myself to delete some stuff. Like, come on, I can't do that. I can't backtrack. Not today.
Right. I'll do it though.
Oh, Jesus. Yes, I understand completely. Especially if you start to have a little drink and you start feeling yourself and then you start going through your... Oh, Lord. Jesus.
Yeah, you're saying stuff that you probably don't really want to say, but be like, hey, just be, see, I can't even do it.
Right, exactly. You're so silly. I like you.
Thanks, girl.
You're welcome. Let's see. So what, how about your ideal man? What is your ideal man?
Oh, gosh. For me, I think I do want to be attracted to you, but I don't have like a type. Guys that I've dated in the past, none of them look alike. So you can be like, oh, she likes this type of, like, this, like, look or whatever.
Exactly.
But I do want to be attracted to you, but the most important thing to me and, like, my ideal guy is someone, and I think I've said this on the show, and I really, really meant it. It's like, I just want, like, I don't ask for much. I'm a very simple girl. I'm not materialistic. I mean, I make my own money, so I'm not a money-hungry person. But I just want somebody that loves me back, like really loves me, Toya, for who she is. Because I'm such a sweet person. I'm a giver. I really think I'm too nice. So a lot of times in relationships, I feel like, I get taken advantage of for my niceness. And it's like all I ever want in return is that love back. And I have yet to really receive that. It's like I'm head over heels for you. I want you to be head over heels for me too.
Right.
It's just the one-sided thing is just not cool. I want him to have faith in God. I want to be able to go to church together. I want to be able to kick back and smoke hookah and drink and laugh and listen to music. Like I need somebody well-rounded because I'm so, I'm so versatile in everything. I mean, I listen to all types of music. I hang around with I can mesh well with anybody.
Exactly.
And I need that in a partner. Not somebody that just want to be at the house all day or ashamed to go anywhere with me or only want to chill at the house.
Right.
No, I'm not no moon cricket, so we can go out in the street.
Exactly.
That's me, I guess, for the most part.
Okay.
And of course, somebody that's good with kids because I have a daughter, so.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, and she's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. She looks.
My little George girl.
Yeah,
and
she looks just like you.
Your ideal man?
My ideal man. Let's see. My ideal man is just the basics. Okay, so my first thing with someone is consistency. Consistency is really big to me because it shows me who you are and if that's really who you are. If you whatever you start doing in the beginning, you're still doing it in the middle and you're still doing it towards the end.
Girl, you might want to say that again.
Girl, right? It's like consistency. Come on, how hard is it? And if I have to preach it to you and I have to tell it to you, then you're not consistent. You're not genuinely a consistent person. So then I'm going to consider you a fraud, Yeah. It's like, don't paint this picture for me and get mad at me when I'm expecting that picture all the way through. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And So, and then as far as looks goes, I think the older I get, looks is going out the window. Like, oh hell with looks, shit. I just need a good man.
Right, girl, that's how it be, for real. That's so crazy, because we've been through it. It's like you go through so many relationships, and you go through the ones where, oh, he fine, let me get over him. And then Mr. Fine don't, it's turned into a CGR, I can't get right. So
Exactly.
like, okay. Move on.
Exactly. Mr. Fine ain't all that fine. So, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, so looks is definitely out the window. I can't say when I was looking for looks, I definitely had a type. It was always the clean cut, handsome, dark skin, muscular, but they ain't gonna do right. I ain't got time for it.
Mine was well, I can't lie that I'm not so attracted to these types, but almost like, I call them the reformed thugs. Because, like, I don't want you to still be a thug, but you could have been a thug in your former life, and you got your stuff together, and got your grown man on. Because I don't know, I like tall, and I like chocolate, and I like tattoos, and I like, just somebody with an edge that still, look, you still got your degree, you're still smart, though.
Exactly, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I done had a few of those. I've actually, I've been married a couple times, and I was married to one of those. And girls, when I tell you I was head over heels.
Oh my God.
Yes, but like I said, have to move on from that. Outgrow people that don't grow at all. Got to keep it moving.
You're so right.
Right. So, let's see. So how about, as far as the whole, the sorority sisters thing, I'm not really educated on that when it comes to the pledging and things. Like, break it down in your terms exactly what pledging is and how important it is. Because it's like, when I see, it on TV, not even with the show that you were on, but, like different colleges and how it's like, oh, this is a sisterhood, we down. I'm just like, well, dang, that sounds like something I want to be a part of. Like, how important is it, and what exactly is it?
Well, pledging itself is just basically a person being accepted for membership into an organization, fraternity, sorority, club, but it's not yet formally approved. But, once it is approved, then you are a member. But pledging, the importance of it is really that you're pledging your life, because it is a lifetime commitment to an organization that stands on certain principles and values that you also believe in. And you basically are pledging your life to commit to this for life.
Right.
And it does come with those, make sure you always have your swords back. And the thing that I used to love is that I would go anywhere, and the fact that I could meet somebody, and that's the one thing that we always had in common, it's like an immediate, click.
Right.
So it was nice to be able to have that in common with a complete stranger, but know that, like, we're bonded by this sisterhood that we both pledged our lives to.
Okay.
So it's very important, and it does come with, really, like I said, having your sister's back. It's all about, when you do pledge, you do pledge to, look after your sister, lift your sister up, take care of them, whatever they're in need, to be there for them. That's really what it stands for, on top of the, scholarship and the sisterhood and the service.
Okay. Okay, so that definitely breaks it down. So, I mean, with the show itself, how did Sorority Sisters come about, and how was it when you were approached to be on the show? Like, what was your gut feeling in the beginning about the show, and how did you think, like, it would impact your image?
Well, the funny thing is that what is about to come out now that I'm about to tell you, a lot of people don't know. And it may even change their mindset of what has happened as a result of me doing this show. But I actually found out about the show from my organization.
Wow.
I got an email from one soror to the next that was sent from my chapter
Wow.
at West Georgia to all of us. I actually found out about this show from the same organization that expelled me, which is really sad. But
Wow.
when I initially got the email, I actually got the email, I want to say it was June 27th, 2013, so that lets you know how long this has been in progress. And the email, it just said, pass on to other sorors, and, it said, are you, it's like a casting call. Are you,
Right.
Still involved in your organization after college? Do you love your organization to the fullest? Blah, blah, blah. And, of course, I was like, yeah. And, honestly, the first day that I got the email, I ignored it. And then the next day, it's like one of those things where you sleep on it.
Right,
so
right.
then I woke up the next day and I was like, you know what? Let me respond. I actually looked at it as an opportunity, and I never once thought about it hurting my image, so to speak. I looked at it as, I've been on television before, and I've told people that I'm a Delta, why not do a television show and show, how I, still carry the same principles of sisterhood into my adulthood after college.
Right.
So that's why I did it,
That is interesting. I mean,
very interesting, right? Nobody knows this now.
Right.
Now, if this happened and people want to talk to me, I would definitely tell you. I would not, if it wasn't for my organization, I would not have even known about this show.
I'm like shocked right now because it's coming. I mean, my first mind will be to think like, well, was that a setup?
Girl, I don't know. I don't necessarily think it was a setup because I don't know if they thought of it that way. They probably thought of it the same way I did. Something
right.
as far as opportunity to show sisterhood on a television show, a reality TV show. It was. I don't think it was any bad things thought about it initially.
Right.
And I didn't think anything bad about it when I was taping it either.
Right. Now,
it is really strange, and nobody has come out to say that. Like, oh, well, we were the ones that told Metoya about the show. But, it's time that I tell people how I really found out about it. And I do have proof of that. So I'm not lying to I'm not a liar anyway. I'm always keep it real.
Right, exactly.
But, I have the proof in writing. I still have that email. So.
Wow. Now, that specific person, have they reached out to you since you've been expelled saying sorry?
Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope. I haven't heard from a lot of my chapter. I've heard from a few people who were, thankfully woman enough and sisterly enough to reach out to me, even if they didn't agree with the show. They sent me personal messages, and I appreciated them for that because, my thing has always been, you don't have to agree with my decision, but let's agree to disagree, and let's actually be sisterly towards one another and not talk about you behind your back in chat rooms like a lot of them have done. But I appreciate them for that, and, my line sisters have reached out. But as far as how I heard about it, the person, the chapter as a whole, no.
Wow. Okay. Well, hey, she got what's coming to her. Hopefully she at least feels guilty.
Yeah, and it's funny because I don't even look at it like that at this point.
Right.
I almost like, God knew all this was going to happen before it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And
exactly.
Now that I'm telling people how I even found out about it, I just put it out there, and you know what? God will handle the rest.
Mm-hmm. That's so very true.
That just has to be, your mindset in these type of situations.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good. As long as you keep that positive mindset and just keep it moving, nothing but good is going to come to you from here on out. Yeah. So how was your relationship with the girls that's on the show?
My relationship with them is really good. We talk often. What's funny is that I almost feel like I'm pledging again.
No.
It's weird, with these girls and just the things that we've been through and how we've all been under attack. It's really made us all grow together. I mean, we don't always agree the same way. I don't always agree, with the people that I pledged with as well. It's like literally pledging all over again with these girls. But we have great relationships. We're there to support each other. There's been a few deaths in the family with some of the girls recently, and we're there to support each other, give each other phone calls if you need anything. So it's like we're our own little small, family.
Right.
So we definitely have a good relationship.
Oh, that's good.
I talk to some more than others.
Okay.
But I am cordial with everyone.
How is your relationship with Adrene? She's watching the show. She's a little outspoken at times. And it's like one of those friends is like sometimes like, girl, if you want to shut up.
Yeah, and you have those moments, but you know what? That's what real sisters do. You talk to each other like, girl, if you don't hush,
right.
and then you love on each other the next minute. Because,
that's true.
That's life. You don't always get along. Adrene and I are still very close. We talk on a regular basis. I just talked to her last night.
Okay.
Adrene is a smart woman.
Yes.
And I love her for her.
Yeah,
I don't want to change
exactly.
her. Sometimes I'll be like, girl hush or girl bye, but I love her. It's just like a bestie friendship or a sister friendship.
Right.
Like I said, you don't always get along, but you still love each other.
Right.
And that's definitely our relationship.
Right. Okay. And I know that you were just saying about all the riffraff you guys have been going through together. How are you dealing with your newfound being in the public eye and having to deal with the criticism from people on the outside looking in?
I have learned to, well, not even learned, because even beforehand, if people look on my pages and things like that, I've always been a very positive person. I've always thought positive. I've always had faith and believed that I would get things and before I even received them. And I just continue to, I realized that my positivity and my faith is just tested even more. Criticism, I haven't, the only thing, I've never really had anybody, I haven't really had any issues with people criticizing my character as far as the show goes, because I do feel like I was portrayed correctly. I never blame editing or blame anything on anybody. I was myself, and I feel like that was portrayed correctly. But I have the occasional, you shouldn't have done the show, or you're, cat or whatever, or you need to, just crazy stuff. Was it worth it? Was it worth the fame? And you need to take this out of your bio. Of course, I always think of things like, why are you wasting your time coming to my page trying to tell me what I need to do? Right, girl. So, my thing now is I'm very good at block and delete. I keep my phone on me. I read all the comments, and I usually catch them before a whole 30 seconds has passed. Right.
Girl, that's just like me.
You got too much time on your hand. You can talk about me all you want, but you don't have to bring it to my page.
Exactly.
I usually ignore, and I just focus on the positive stuff. I can't even, worry about people's criticism. Right. Because who are you to judge me? Only God can judge me.
Exactly.
That's how I feel.
Exactly. That is so very true. I've had my share of the media. I don't know if you know, but I used to deal with Stevie J, and something kind of hit the internet, and oh my God, when I tell you, I'm like, hold on, who the F are y'all telling me what I need to do?
Exactly. Or they'll judge you or call you this and that, and it's like, you don't even know me.
Right, exactly.
Regardless, even if you heard of me or you know of me, or, and I hate that people confuse the two, because I've heard people talk about, we're talking about this because we know one of the girls. No, you don't know me.
Right.
You know of me, Metoya Monroe. But don't try to say you know me, because I've met you once or twice. That does not mean you know me, boo. Exactly.
So, exactly.
But you have to really just ignore it. it can be daunting at times.
Right.
You know, when you just see all this crap, but I don't even search for it. I don't look for it. Like I said, as long as you don't bring it on my page.
Right.
Then
And we cool.
trying to see it. Yeah.
Now, are you working on any projects, and what can we expect from you?
I'm always working on something. I always say that because I've always had side hustles. That is
Right.
so crazy.
Right.
From doing Mary Kay to I used to do hair, girl. I was doing interior decorating.
Oh, nice.
My vlogs, my cupcakes. I'm trying to slow my butt down because I do have a full-time salary job that I've had for 7 years. We're going on 8 years now. So it's like, okay, so you can't do everything. But
Right.
as far as television shows, I can't tell you right now what, is kind of I'm working on or working towards, but I definitely am working on more things.
Right.
To hopefully bring to the airwaves again and
Okay.
we'll try to get into some more things too.
Exactly. Well, you take your time, and people still, myself, I'm still getting to know myself and figure out what other things I want to put my hands into. I'm just like that. I like to do everything. I feel like I could do everything, so I'm gonna do everything. I feel like Superwoman. I got like 10 hands, and I'm gonna do this and that and that.
Yep, I do too. I'm like, I don't put all my eggs in one basket.
I can do it. What they say, I can do all things through Christ. So, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hallelujah, mama. Hallelujah.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I know you're a busy woman, so I'm going to go ahead and let you go. But I do want to let you know it was my pleasure to have you.
It was my pleasure to be here, Promise. I really appreciate you reaching out. I truly enjoyed our conversation.
Oh, yes, me too.
Really have. So thank you.
You're very welcome. And once you do get everything off the ground, you always have Southern Hospitality to come back to for a follow-up so we can let the world know what you got going on.
Okay, then.
All right. You have a great day, and Happy New Year's to you.
All right, you too.
All right.
You as well. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.